for the common man, for the common woman, man. It's like, listen, like, you're great. Like that's why I said my favorite song for him was "Love Yours" on his last album. Where it's like, love your life, like, love it, no matter where you, what state or mindset you in. Where it's like, yo, like, you trust me. You got people in your life that love you, so it's like, yo, no matter if you got all the riches in the world, that won't make you happy. You just love your life the way it is now. This is always gonna be something or more, something that you wouldn't want. Where it's like, if you let that drop you. So yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be when it's all said and done for him. Like, yo, he really was a man of the people. Like what he said on this, I'm a man of the people. I'm not above but equal. So yeah, like when it's all said and done.
Word. Well put, man. I think his legacy will be just like an extension of just what we call real hip hop. You know what I mean? And how far he gets, time will determine. But I think his legacy will be just like how you said, Nikki, like when Nas came out and his impact and his legacy, I feel like Cole is just the next 20, 15 years of that stuff. Yeah. And like, I mean, I grew up listening to all Black Star, The Roots, Wu-Tang, Benny Siegel, you know, that Jay-Z, and so I feel like Cole is in that realm of it all the way, all day. And so his legacy will be a continuation of just the essence of what this is. Yeah. Like, I got no money in my pocket, but I still love rapping. I'm gonna do it regardless if I have money in my pocket or not. And yeah, to me, that's what it is for me.
To me, J. Cole legacy would be, more of remembered as a common man, like James was saying. You know, he's like equal to the common people. And when I saw him down Ferguson, man, you know, that put me on some stuff. Like, he's in tune with reality, and you know, and that was the first rapper that I saw really down there, you know, and like, he was down there and he didn't no security guards, no nothing. He was down there and he was protesting, you know, and he was like, did interviews talking about, you know, the common issues and common problems that, you know, that average people go through. So, you know, he would be remembered as, you know, as somebody that can relate. You know, even though he's somewhat of a star, or not a mega star, but somewhat of a star now, soon to be superstar. So, you know, he can kind of like relate and didn't get lost. So his legacy would be more of the people's man, the people's champ. So I'm around with the people's champ. So, you know.
About you, Nikki?
His legacy, I think, would be like a lot of things, like wearing a hat of like pure hip hop, advocacy, activism, like and leadership. Like, I see him as like a poster guy or whatever. Like, you know how people like, it's all you know, like Bob Marley. Like, it's kind of transcended just by what his spirit gave out. And it's like the same thing with J. Cole. Like, that's what I think about when I think about like his spirit, what he's trying to say, and the whole, you know, love yourself and believing yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, just cultivating a spirit. I feel like that will be left by him in his legacy.
Nice. So I think that ends the round table on Cole. So we can move on to our next artist that we wanted to talk about. So that's Jadakiss. So we'll pose the same rundown for him. Then we start with you this time. Flip it. What's your favorite, best album from Jadakiss?
He got too many, but I'm gonna go with see, if you, like, I'm an '80s baby, but I was raised in the '90s, and like what we used to be in the street with was the Locks and the People's Champ. The Champ is Here, Part 1, Volume 1. That's a mix CD. He destroyed everything on there. Everything. The Champ is Here. The Champ is Here. He came out to Muhammad Ali, John, and that's the year when Will Smith played Muhammad Ali, and he came out with that. The Champ is Here, and everything from number 1 to the end to night number 22 was all hot stuff. Now his albums, I can't give you an album because his albums was like commercial albums, and I wasn't supporting that. But like the stuff he put out for the streets, I'm vibing with the Champ is Here. I'm sorry, I'm about to start rapping his stuff, but I'm done. I'm gonna leave on that.
Let that breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, let that breathe.
Let's go, don't make me put your heart on your lap. Fuck riding the beat, nigga. Parallel park on the track. Hop out looking crispy, fresh and new. When it's 6, but it's a BM and it's Pepsi Blue. And I don't know.
I'ma second that. Like, the Champ is Here, yo, like, that was like when Nas came out and Made You Look. It was the same effect. Like, yo, what?
You heard Made You Look remix?
Made You Look remix. I mean, he might have killed. He had the best verse on there. Yo, like, my favorite Kiss album though, it gotta be the second one, Kiss of Death. I feel like I always had a problem with Kiss's albums, to be honest. I feel like he never figured out like how to merge like the dance stuff or the commercial stuff with the hard stuff. Because unlike the rest of his group members, Styles and Sheik kind of was already like, they already knew they can only do one thing. When Jada was a little more like multifaceted. So Jada was already given like, all right, man, you're gonna knock yourself out with Swiss Beats. I mean, he had one of the most anticipated first albums of all time. Oh my God.
Yes.
Like that first album, we was waiting that on like, you know, the welfare check. Like
Oh my God.
that was it.
No,
That was it.
Real rap.
That was
Jada coming out with singles, man.
His first album was it. But I'm gonna go with Kiss of Death. Got the most balance, and that was the Why. That was when he did Why, and Why was another like one of the tracks. And and Kiss just made you think like, all right, I can give you this way, I can give it to you this way, but I'm gonna give it to you conscious. And Kiss didn't do that a lot. Well, listen to Jadakiss, he's a thinker, he's not a dumb guy.
Right.
But Why was like, all right, that's my joint to really let y'all know, social, political. I'm out here, like I can flex on that level. So yeah,
Definitely flexing.
Yeah, my favorite album from him was his first one, Kiss the Game Goodbye. Yeah, on a note of what you were saying, it was always like, I always thought like he was a great rapper. Like he was pretty much one of the rappers that influenced the way I rap now, where it was like, I always thought like he had the craziest punchlines for his rap. So it kind of like created like the punchline stuff when I started getting into it more and more. But I always felt like he was close, but he just never could like get there where it was like he was a great rapper. I always said, I put him into a category where it was like this: oh, you can rap, but are you a great artist? Where it's like you bring a track to life, where it's like it's not just about your verse, where it's like you pick the right beat, you pick the right hook, and the verses and it all flow together. But like whenever you heard him just rapping, you always be like this: oh my God! Or if he went on somebody's track, like kind of like Made You Look remix, where you like, yo, he went ham. But but out of all his albums, first one was one for me, but it still wasn't like his features or like his mixtapes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's he got mixtape classics. I mean, in a barrel. What about you, Nikki?
My favorite Jadakiss album is none of them. Yeah, I always say I'm not a fan of Jadakiss, but I forgot about these songs. Like The Champ Is Here, I forgot about that song, and Why, forgot about that song, and it was something that you mentioned, and I was like, oh yeah. So I mean, I like a lot more of his stuff than I thought I did.
Yeah, the Mariah Carey song.
Yeah, and I like him, you know, like on my singers featured, like when he's featuring and stuff like that. But yeah, Jadakiss. I guess we're going to get to that question in a little bit, but yeah, I can't speak on his albums because I didn't own any. His songs I heard, and then that voice, like I'll probably listen to the beat more than I listen to like the lyrics, but yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Oh, sorry, Jadakiss. You know you cool.
No shots.
Yeah.
Nah, you fair assessment. All right, so yeah, so we're going to our second question. Was potential met? Was Jadakiss potential met?
His potential was met when he was with the Locks. I mean, matter of fact, when he was with P. Diddy, he was talking ridiculous nonsense then. And his first album, second, man, forget his albums. His whole career, matter of fact, forget that. We Are the Streets. The first exact track, right after he left P. Diddy, he certified him being the top 5 dead or alive, which is his last mix CD that he came out with, and his last album wasn't the top 5 dead. He said that back in 99, 2000. He said that, and that was like 15 years later that he come out with a mix CD talking about top 5 dead alive, which he still is to this day. If you mention anybody, like Babies, like literally when he was out, these rappers now were kids, and they mimic off of him. All his styles is off of him. This guy has reached the potential and went past. The problem is he been talking too much streets, and streets is not selling. When he went gimmick, people wasn't buying the gimmick. But the streets, man, listen. Everybody that your favorite rapper is his favorite, is their favorite rapper. That's Jadakiss, man. I'm done. I'm done. That's how real it is, and they been said that. I'm your favorite rapper. You heard?
I'm gonna say potential met no, just because I put Jadakiss on the level of like up there, like Jay, Nas, Big L, Black Thought, Mos Def, Karis One. Like he's up there with all of them, but like he never like figured out
how to get past that fresh line,
past the streets, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And it just, when he went commercial, it didn't
Feel right.
It didn't feel right. It was like, you can't. It just didn't feel right. Like that would be like Beanie trying to do that. Beanie kind of always kept it like Beanie's most selling records were still in his vibe, like Rock the Mic, The Truth, Beanie. You know, they was all just jams that was still on the street level. And I think when Kiss tried to like take it there, it just didn't work. It didn't work. So I'm gonna say no on potential met.
I would say as an artist, no. As an artist, like no, because like it's more than just rapping. As an artist, like it's like a whole complete package type of thing where it's like where you create a product, like a song, a product that is music is universal, where everybody can kind of like feel it and want to hear it non-stop. But like as a rapper, yes, like as a rapper, like,
absolutely, like
he pretty much like he knew how to like he was one of the ones that inspired me in rapping, where it's like he knew how to rap. I remember like being back in 7th and 8th grade, man, my best friend always talking about him, saying some of his verses and stuff like that. And then I would go and start writing my own type stuff and try to use different styles and punchlines he would do. But yeah, like